Good morning, students. Now we are going to study today the social exclusion. I have already mentioned about the three stigma which still are existing in our society, social stigmas, and those stigmas are stereotype behavior, discrimination, and the social exclusion or many other social stigmas or the social aberration are still in our society. And today, particularly, we shall focus our study upon the social exclusion. Students, we know very well that now social exclusion is now a, a system, a trend which is existing within our social structure. Within our social structure, or this social exclusion refers to ways in which an individual may become cut off from full involvement in the wider societies. Wider society means the individuals or a group, even if the group are the cut off from the rest involvement in the wider involvement cut off from cut off from the involvement in the wider section of the society completely. And now this focuses attention on a broad range factors that prevent individuals or the group from having opportunity open to the majority of the population. And another meaning of that, this deprives this social exclusion, no doubt, describes that deprives certain section of the people or the group of the people from the having the opportunity which is open to the large scale of the population of the society. That is open to the large section, large population of the society. But some groups are now deprived of that opportunity, which is the which should have the they which is required for them. So this is called the social exclusion, or in order to live in a full and active life, we know very well to having to develop ourselves full-fledged personality in the society and full-fledged to play the role in our society, we must have the must one have feed, able to feed, clothe, house themselves, and apart from that, they should have essential goods and services such as education. Everyone should have the education. But in our social system, for thousands of years, so some section of the society they are completely deprived. Even they could not touch the books text in the name of purity and the pollution. Education, education is health is a part of the our development, and transportation, insurance, present time, social security, banking system, or access to the police and the judiciary system also. So now these must be able to a group or the individual for his or her or their all-round development, full-fledged development, and to play as a free man, full-fledged uh, free man in the society. So now we see that this social exclusion never be an accidental, but is systematic. And it is the result of structural features of the society. This is a result of the features of the society, structural features. Structural features mean that we know very well. I have taught a lots of time that the in an ancient period, the Dharma Shastra and Dharma Sutra, this eh, under that our social structure, a stratification had been made as a Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Sudras. Sudras. Understand? And we know that the Sudra class had been completely excluded from the society. Exclusion, I am talking about them. I am talking about the social structure for the thousands of years still existing in our society, our social structure, which were based on our religious text and the Dharma Sutras, and so which those Dharma Sutras governed and directed our life, our all sorts of the life still today. Still today, we are being guided. Not only some of the flexibility have come, and the world is changing, society is a little bit changing because of the modernization. But we have seen that these structures social structure have affected our lives. No doubt. We know very well. Further, students, we see that how the person in certain class was deprived of it. How this was the deprived, and moreover, it is important social exclusion is the in it can't be and never be the voluntarily. Involuntarily, understand, involuntarily, it was the exclusion practiced regardless regardless of the wishes of its victims. Now their regards had been not taken. Regardless of them, this has been the wishes. Those are the excluded. They never willingly they are not excluded. According to our Dharma Shastras, our Dharma Shastra, they have been excluded. So this never be the willingness. For examples, we can take a silly example. Okay, that on the pavements, poor are sleeping. Large number of the poor are sleeping on the pavements. Whether but it does not mean that does mean that rich are they just prohibited, rich are restricted there. It does not mean rich are restricted. So that we can see rich are not restricted, but it or whether they could be the there or this was the force and compulsion for the poor, but this is not compulsion for the rich. So here we are talking about the desirable access, something desirable different from the something clearly undesirable, and like the sleeping on the pavements, we can prolonged experience of the discrimination or insulting behavior produces a reaction. Now we know that it is a deprivation or the social exclusion for a very long time have been practiced in our societies, or a certain section of the societies they have been the deprived of that. But we can see that excluded who stopped trying to the inclusion. Now they for a long time unwillingly they have been the excluded from the social participation and the social assimilation. As a result, what happened? This created no doubt the reaction in them, and as a result, what we see excluded them from the now trying for this inclusion reaction on the part excluded who then after that finally this excluded class what they did they stopped the inclusion trying for inclusion they forever they stopped trying for inclusion upper caste Hindu communities have often denied entry into the temples for the lower caste. For example, take the example. Now upper caste they have now denied their entry into the temples, entry into the temples for a lower caste, especially the Dalit. We know very well. Still many places the Dalits are struggling for the temple entry. Although in constitution this has been the laid down and stipulated, they could not be the state or prevented. But still this kind of the tradition is prevalent in the traditions. And moreover, after decades of the such treatment, Dalit may build their own temple. What happened? We see that after this long and prolonged behavior, they decided and made up their mind to build the new temples, their own new temples, exclusively for them, and convert to an or other ways they took. Those were the many of the Dalits. Because of this, they converted and embraced the Buddhism. We find many of the examples, the Dalits, they now converted and now embrace the Christianity because of their poverty, because of the humiliation in this Brahmin structure, Brahminism, and Brahmins society, Brahmins based stream society. They embraced the Christianity. And now, moreover, many of them poors, even they now adopt or embrace the Islam. Here, after they do this, they may no longer desire to be the included in the Hindu temples or religious events. After doing this, they never desired to enter into the temples and to the join the Hindu festivals and the Hindus festivals and practices. Never desired them. It means not we should think that the point is that the exclusion occurs regardless of the wishes of the excluded. We can see. Moreover, the further the points we find, India, like most societies, there is a social exclusion and social discrimination. India, like acute practices of social discrimination or the exclusion is apart from India. In India, there is a burning example before you. Lots of examples wherever you look around. Understand? We find the discrimination or the exclusion. And moreover, at different periods of the history, protest movements arose against the caste. Through the history, if you look back the history, first go, very the recent history, history we can go and take the examples in the history. History is replete with the movements against the social exclusion and movements against the caste system, which contains the social exclusion and promotes the social exclusion in the society. Now we have the example of the Gautam Buddha, Mahavira. They struck upon the social structure. They struck upon the significance and value of the man on the basis of the birth, not on the basis of the karma. So now they laid emphasis. Gautam Buddha, he emphasized a man can be the great not by his birth. He should be the great on the basis of his karma, his skill, or his efficiency. Karma or the efficiency. Then now the Buddha laid the stress upon that. Similarly, we see that the Mahavira also emphasized on that. In the medieval period, if you come, what we see in the medieval period, we see the Bhakti movement, the Bhakti saints. They laid the stress and they now opened their doors, Bhakti saints, for the disciples who belong to the different castes, even the lower castes. Gautam Buddha opened the Sangha. You have studied, opened his Sangha for the kings, for the lower, people belong to the lower strata. And in Sangha, the previous entities, the previous their possessions, the previous their name and fame and their possession and the birth will not be considered there. Understand? So now we see this was prevalent there. A caste and gender, religious discriminations against the religious discrimination we see, and the Bhakti saints they cast. Moreover, Mira, we see that. Take the simple example of Mira. For the woman, she violated the strict rule of the Rana family and so conservative society of the Rajputs. She struck, even she now opened the doors for the downtrodden people. Open the downtrodden people, and she now did not care about the caste prestige, about the birth. She now devoted herself. Now we see that even she included in her trains or in her order to the downtrodden people, Mira. Further, we can see the discrimination, prejudice remain, often new ones emerged. Or here, the prejudice often emerged in our society, remain and often new ones emerged. Thus, legislation alone is unable to transform society and legislate and produce the lasting social change. Here we can see that many legislation had been the past, or the many legislation, many efforts had been done and the made by the very religious, through the religious movement and people. We can Brahma Samaj in our country. The Sat in the 19th century, what we see, the Brahma Samaj was now Raja Ram Mohan Rai who founded and now struck upon the caste system. And this organization was a progressive organization, and now condemned the exclusion and the caste exclusion. Similarly, we see Pratna Samaj, Justice Ranade, he also promoted and opposed the caste system. Arya Samaj, Swami Dayananda Saraswati, he founded the Arya Samaj, or now he also struck upon the social exclusion and the social discrimination. Ramakrishna Mission, Swami Vivekananda, he also carried the principles of the modernity, the principles of the and the discarded this caste system or this caste based practices. Or Satyasodhak Samaj Jyotirao Phule, he was a revolutionary, no doubt, and particularly on the caste system, he struck hard for the evolution of the caste system. Satyasodhak Samaj, now he formed for this purpose. Even the education for the Dalit women, education for the girls was also opened. Theosophical Society, Annie Besant, she also now discarded this. So lots of movement I am talking that was launched to eradicate the social discrimination from the society. Moreover, caste disability, many legislation, social legislation was passed. Caste, named the Caste Disability Act, Removal Act, Caste Disability Removal Act 1850, against the practice of the untouchability. It was the past 1850s. You can see how long it. Second legislation during the British period, a special marriage act 1872 में पास की British government, and now legalize the intercaste marriage and interreligious marriage also. The British government passed the Special Marriage Act 1872 and legalized the intercaste marriage and the interreligious marriages. Similarly, the Hindu Widows Remarriage Act was passed in 1856, or a legal permission was given to the widows. Legal permission the widows got through this. Understand? So now, students, we see that many of the efforts were made. Even the colonial government, we know very well, the British came to India, and the British also introduced this kind of the exclusion, the system of exclusion. Although, one hand, the modernity was expanding in our country, the modern trends were coming with a little bit flexibility in this long drawn conservative structure. But on the other hand, the British themselves now introduce a lots of discriminatory or exclusively exclusion policy of this, and particularly the Dalit and the women suppressed even under the British policy. Although by the efforts of the some of the our religious leaders like the Raja Ram Mohan Rai, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, or Dayanand Saraswati, the British government now took the certain initiation to bring about the reforms in Indian society by the introducing the new social legislation. But even then, it's had the no impact at all in our society, or we remain the conservative. But with a little bit development of the industries during the British period, a little bit development in the railway, development or the factory system, the caste system or the exclusion was a little bit. It was the accepted. The other caste peoples were now they now come closer, and the feeling of the purity or impurity, the lesson, understand, or it is the in progress of the lessons further, but still it's a reside and dwells in the hearts of the millions of the peoples, conservative peoples in the India. So this could be the now could be the eradicated by the certain awareness or sensitivity is required to break them. And now a constant social campaign, agar लगातार if we uh, do the constant social change follow and awareness, so essentially this can be the removed gradually, not all of sudden. The students, today this is the much for today, and the next class we shall study the caste system as a discriminatory system in India. Understand? Okay, thank you very much.